Malika Andrews.
Who?
Oh, you ain't shit.
I was hoping you'd catch on. My initial thoughts on Malika Fuckface or Malika Andrews goes like this.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
Man, you almost made me spit out my drink.
Ah, come
But you
on.
know it's bad when they had to send out Screaming A. Smith, the defender.
Arlie Emery,
What is that? The fuck is that?
Stephen A.
You fool!
And tribute to wait a minute. First to Chris Bass.
What in the all types of blue hell?
And
Pretty
of course, I got to couple it with
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
You really can't.
so they sent Stephen A to defend Malika Andrews.
Yep. And actually, to be fair, my thoughts on Malika Andrews is actually very simple. She showed us who she is, and quite frankly, if you're a young black athlete, you have no reason to talk to her.
Don't talk to her. You got no reason. She's always hanging around the NBA draft. You notice that? ESPN is sticking her uh, with the NBA draft, and I just want to know why. Why are you sending someone that doesn't know what the hell they're doing?
Good question.
That's right. I said it. That's right. I said it.
Yeah, why would you send somebody who doesn't even know that much about basketball to the NBA draft?
Forget basketball. It seems to me she doesn't know much about sports. A and B, she doesn't want to know anything about sports. I.e., and you know the cuss word I'm about to use, research.
Damn, that is a cuss word. Cuss word to some people. Yeah, that's true.
That's a
But
cuss word. Come on, man. That's a cuss word in the black community. You know it as well as I.
unfortunately,
Because you do your research before you pop on. I do mine before I do my daily show. And anyone that actually knows what the hell they're doing knows they will make sure everything is true. And here goes another cuss word, verified.
yeah. But in my opinion, Malika Andrews has showed everybody who she is, and all young black men should avoid her at all costs. Don't even talk to her. Don't say a word to her. Act like she ain't in the room.
You won't find me talking to her. And I have plans to be at a lot of major events coming up soon.
Oh, do me a favor. If you do see her, just show her Jody. just to look at, just
Oh,
to get the look on her face.
forget showing a picture. Jody will be by my side. Now, is she the biggest sports nerd? No. She loves football. As you well know, her team is the Colts. So I support the Colts.
Shout out to Colts. They won 3 in a row. They're trying to do something.
Shout out to the Colts. And shout out to Andre 416, who's in the house with us tonight. But if you're going to be a sports reporter, at least dig into your research before you decide, I beg your pardon, to put a microphone in front of your mouth and a camera in front of your face.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Her name escapes me. She used to have a show on ESPN, the black chick. Not Steele, but the other one.
Carrie Champion?
No.
No. And for what Des Bryant said, A, he is factually correct, and B, he is opinionally correct.
Jamil Hill. That's
Jamel. Oh God.
Yeah, I know. But at least she knows what she's talking about when she got up there.
Until she got paid.
Yeah. Now she's trying to talk politics allegedly, and I don't really care. That's another one. You just need to leave. Okay, you don't like black men? Leave them to themselves. Don't argue with them.
Wait, she's trying to talk politics?
I guess.
You fool!
Pretty much. Yeah.
And
What is that? What the fuck is that?
Oh, your thoughts on like I said, this is gonna be random. Your thoughts on the sport on the Panthers firing their coach?
Next!
That's pretty fun.
does that answer your question?
Yep. Speaking of which, I'm actually glad you played that because I actually got a short for that.
Oh no. Give me your email address and I'll send you the soundbite.
Okay,
Yeah,
now I get 3 canned foods now. So what? I get all kinds of snacks.
Play that.
I'm glad you told me don't pay no bills and getting that absurd amount on food stamps. I'm glad you told me. Next, like I said, no.
Play that again. Play that again. I missed it.
Okay, give me a second. Let's see. Yeah.
Okay, y'all just mad because I get 3 canned foods now. So what? I get all kinds of snacks.
Mad about what? I'm glad you told me you don't pay no bills and getting that absurd amount on food stamps. I'm glad you told me.
Next!
Like I said. Next.
I'll couple it with this.
Yeah.
And sarcastically.
Ooh, I'm dying!
Why don't they learn to shut up and go on about their business when men like us have gone on about our business? After 4.5 decades of the salute to BGS bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Because men are starting to wake up and tell them
Nothing for you!
and walk the fuck off.
Yep. Oh, I got another one for you.
Talk to me.
This one's from the fruitcake, Christian Walker. You know, Herschel Walker's fruity son.
I missed it. Do the description again. I had to readjust my headphones. I'm sorry.
The fruitcake Christian Walker. You'll hear it.
Oh dear.
Is he asking you, a queen, to pay 50-50? Is he asking you, a god?
Christian Walker. Fruitcake. Nobody asked you. Go sit down. Mind your business.
Ooh.
Once again, ladies, if you want to be single for the rest of your life, keep listening to fruitcakes like Christian Walker. Yeah, I said it.
I would have to, you know what, AB? I would have to totally create another channel for me to say all the stuff I want to say and keep it non-sports related.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I put it on my sports channel, I will get a lot of feedback, and it wouldn't be the good kind of feedback either. I already know it.
Well, here's the thing. There are some dudes who are effeminate, and you know that's how they roll. My problem with Christian Walker is he's effeminate. He clearly doesn't like women, but he keeps on commenting on heterosexual relationships.
Somebody just needs to put a foot in his mouth and staple it shut.
From what I heard, his daddy has kind of disowned him and moved out of state.
My next 4 words are as follows. Do you blame him?
Nope. Especially if you could be talking like that. Nope.
Nor do I. Nor do I. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Here's one. Where's it at? Here's the one you commented on. Simp Strong.
Oh no, I remember that.
Some of y'all men need to stop harassing women. Women can't even go to the store.
You know, you really need to stop talking about yourself like that, man. The simp is strong with you, bro.
And the simp is taking control. The simp is his superpower. And Cortez says, yeah, you need separate channels. Other commentary might jeopardize the main channel. Damn straight. I know I'll need it. I'm going to wind up having 3 channels because I'll spill the beans right now, especially to Victor.
Mhm.
For my play-by-play broadcasts and my radio broadcasts, my sports radio broadcasts, I am toying with the idea of bringing back Arena Sportsnet and putting it under the umbrella Snowman Multimedia. What do you guys think? Should I do it, or should I just leave everything under the same umbrella? Because I can honestly tell you, the idea has been flirting with me for about 2 months.
Mm.
The idea has been flirting with me for about 2 months, and I want a majority opinion before I act. Because if I act without a majority opinion, then it would turn out to be a foolish mistake, and then Lord knows I've made too many of those in 30 years.
Well, step out on faith and see what happens.
Yeah. Every other move that has paid off, I've stepped out on faith.
Yeah, sometimes, and I know sometimes you fail, but risk is part of the game.
It is. It is. I've already got the branding ready.
Mm-hmm.
I've already got the branding ready. It's just a matter of getting the email and dropping the website and having snowmanmultimedia.com just house all the different areas where we're working. Just do it the way NBC Sports does it with all of their regional networks, I will tell y'all again, this idea has been flirting with me for the better part. No, let me be totally honest. This idea has been flirting with me since the summer. Because I looked at an old logo, and that's when it started tapping me on the head and knocking on the door.
Yeah, hit the Cash App and support the show. But yeah, that sounds like a good idea, Snowman.
It seems that way. Oh my heavens! It seems like I need to do it. And I'm hearing your words play in my head right now about stepping out on faith. Everything will be under the Snowman Multimedia brand. Everything will be under that.
Mm-hmm.
But Arena Sportsnet and Arena Sports Radio, they've been a part of me since 2016.
So about 7 years.
Yeah. I mean, my original name was the Chicago Public League Network because we just covered the public league sports in Chicago. And then it morphed into ISNet, Interscholastic Sports Network. And then in 2000, and I kept that name. And I thought, okay, something's going to come of that. Going to become of that. In 2013, I went to a meeting in downtown Chicago, and I was asked a very important question. And the question that I was asked was, who's going to recognize it as a sports company? And that question hit me hard, and it has since.
Interesting, yeah.
Because you gotta, yeah, and since I morphed it, since I lost the website, I crazy enough still have all the paperwork to register, or I can re-register.
What was
I just don't want to say again.
Who are you hosting with?
I was hosting with One-on-One Ionos, because I got the website domain for $1, and I had to roll the cheap route. But now it's like I'm gonna do it twice more for snowmaninthemorning.com and arenasportsnet.com, and now it's like, fuck it. Victor taught me a long time ago, living in Chicago, and I was so there were so many times I was so depressed between 2011 and 2018. Man, Victor put his arm around me, gave me a hug while I was crying, and he said, brother, sometimes you just got to say, fuck it. And to repeat your words, AB, step out on faith and see what happens.
Yep.
I am reaching that point very fast, because through the weekend, I have, oh my gosh, I have, you told me once upon a time, AB, that there's going to come a time where I'm going to say fuck it and do at least 4 streams in a weekend. My next 4 words to you, my friend, that weekend is here. Because here's the schedule that I'm working on. Friday, Pac-12 championship at 8 p.m. And I have to remember to put all this in the personal calendar so Jody will know which games I'm doing. And,
right.
You know, when I can schedule time to help her around the house. I know I'm going to be up a bit tonight because I just drank some of my green tea that I had earlier before I went in the room and passed out. But I'm going to do something that I can't say I've never done it before, because hell, I've done youth baseball. I have a Saturday triple header schedule.
Hey, since it's during that, it's kind of during the season. You have a good Thanksgiving?
I did, man. I had a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Good.
I had a wonderful Thanksgiving. My children were here. My grandchildren were here. And I can playfully say my grandchildren kicked my ass, even though I didn't chase them once in the backyard.
Oh, well.
Just watch it. Just watching them go. But I love all of the little ones. Milani, Fanny, Gracie, and Braylon.
Yeah, I had it by myself this year, but it was still fun. I got turkey. Made a pot of greens for the first time.
Good. Man,
and
I got to shout out.
Good too.
Good. Man, I got to shout out my wife Jody, because she kicked royal ass cooking. She was up at 3 a.m. Saturday morning.
Oh man, yeah.
Because the Friday before, she was so tired she couldn't get up.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like what I'm going through right now. But she got up Saturday morning and kicked ass.
Mm-hmm. That reminds me.
Just like I said, she got up Saturday morning and kicked all kinds of ass.
that reminds me, I have to shout out my father. Now, I know this is a delicacy for some black folk, but I always knew when Thanksgiving was because I can wake up to my father cleaning those chitlins.
Yeah. Yeah. I woke up to listen, there's so many Thanksgivings in my old house in Chicago where I woke up to that too. And
Yeah,
you
you can tell them cleaning chitlins, man.
and you knew it was on and popping when the chitlins were being cleaned. Did I eat them? No. I just thought they were.
I tried them once, and that was the last time.
You know what my mother did? My mother sucker punched me. She knows I love spaghetti. I absolutely love spaghetti. She hit him. She cut him up. She cut a couple of them up and hit him in there.
Ugh.
I got tricked.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of the Thanksgiving violation video I did a while back. Somebody put the chitlins in the macaroni and cheese. I was like, no, that.
Oh God. How do you ruin? Why do you ruin macaroni and cheese that way? The hell is that?
He was talking about his aunt had somebody else cook. I said in my video, his aunt need to go to that person and say, no baby, no baby, you can't cook. You can't cook next year, baby. Now this is not an offense to Jody because I'm sure she doesn't do this, but
No.
go sit over there with the white folks who put raisins in potato salad.
Oh, Jody hates that. Jody royally hates that. But like I said, she kicked ass with all the cooking. I got up at 9:30. I got a good 6 hours worth of sleep, and I got up. I helped around the house, and did some cleaning. And when I tell you, Jody had me moving. She had me moving and dancing, and the time got closer. And we were both exhausted sitting down when Cheyenne was the first to show up. And when Cheyenne got there, and then Carmen came in with the kids, and I mean this next statement playfully, all hell broke loose.
Yeah, well.
But I wouldn't trade it for the world. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
So the kids are running around, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah. My son Avron was here. My son Avron was here. My son Dakota was here. We were all up front talking. Avron had the kids in the back running around like crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, like crazy.
I don't understand some adults. I'm like, look, your kids got a lot of energy, then they gotta let that energy out.
Exactly.
Problems. I tell others all the time. I learned this because my cousin came to live with me when her baby was coming up. I was like, look, get your third eye ready.
Yep.
I called the Explorer age between the ages of like 1 and 3. They're going to get into stuff, and that's what they're supposed to do.
My youngest grandbaby is 2, and that's Milani. Man, they had me running around, but for those of you who understand what I'm going to describe next, God bless you. Milani had hurt herself. She had a little cut on her right hand. And Jody told Milani, go ask Grampy to help fix it. Now, I didn't hear Jody say that because I was inside and Jody was outside. Milani comes in and shows the thumb area and said, can you give me a Band-Aid? I said, sure. I ran into the bathroom, sought out a Band-Aid, found it, came back, wrapped it around her finger, and then she said, thanks, Grampy. I blushed, I laughed, and I cried. As I said, for those of you who understand, God bless you.
Yeah.
I know I will be called a stepdaddy by this is for you by the Bitter Black Bitch Brigade.
Oh well.
but I don't fucking care. These are not my stepchildren. These are my children.
Look, I didn't
They
know
welcome me, and I welcome them.
I tell this story all the time. I didn't even know my biological grandfather's on my mother's side's
Mhm.
name until I was 30.
Yeah, yeah.
My mother my mother finally told me what his first name was. And I've
Mhm.
seen a picture of him.
Yeah.
In fact, how I actually found out about him was when I was around, I think I was around 11 or 12. I
Mhm.
asked my father one day, I said, "Hey, Dad, how come mom's last name is, such and such, and grandma's last name something else?" Should have saw the look on his face. He's like, "Shit." Like, "Oh, shit." I got, he said, "Look, your biological grandfather died before you was even born."
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, "Okay." I didn't
I
say the man that, my grandmother was married to was a good dude, and I like
Mm,
that's he's still my grandpa.
exactly.
World War II vet, and was fun to talk to.
I love getting to know these kids.
But I was
I
like, okay,
I
that's a good,
love I love
hmm
getting to know these kids.
that's a good thing.
That's a wonderful thing. And they all came up. They gave me hugs on the way out.
Hmm.
Braylon about climbed my back. He's 5. The 4 that were here, Milani is 2, Braylon is 5,
Hmm.
Fanny is 8, and Gracie is 10. Those are the 4 that were here. And I wouldn't have it any other way, man. AB, in the time that you know me, when have I not bragged on my family?
Yeah, family's what you make it. Quiet as kept. I got 5 sisters and one half brother. I'm my
Mhm.
mother's only child. My father's a different story. I'm
Yeah.
number 7. Apparently, I'm number 7.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even find out I was number 7 till like I was 26. Like, yeah, your father had a child when he was 16. I was like, huh? I was like, okay. Oh yeah, and like, there's another, like there goes another one.
Mhm.
Allegedly she was at my father's funeral, and the story is what it is. Not
Exactly.
everybody's family's picture gonna be picture perfect. My brothers and sisters are all probably either BGS's age or older.
Mhm.
In fact, I went to school with my nephew.
Nice.
Yeah, we were in high school together. He's now married and has 4 kids.
Mhm. Listen, I'm going to say something that a lot of men are afraid to say, but I'm not because I'm old school like that. Jody saved my life, and she made my dream of a family come true. And I couldn't be happier.
And see, one of the reasons I give these single mothers a side eye is, single mothers in the black community is not new. That's not a new concept. And but these little single mothers nowadays act like like they're doing something new. I'm like, this is not a new concept. Single mothers got married all the time back in the day. Y'all messed that up.
Ain't that the truth?
Y'all the one that messed that up.
Seen it in Chicago for many years.
Uh,
Seen it in Chicago for many, many moons.
brothers wouldn't hate on brothers getting single mothers if you would do right. But see,
Hmm.
y'all don't want to do right. You don't want to say that's my child. You can't discipline them. I'm like, okay. Thanks for telling. I don't even look at single mothers now. I'm like, thanks for telling me. Next.
Thank you. Next.
And it's not that I want to. And look, this is not for any single mothers might be listening. This is not because I want to go whoop on your child. But if I can't discipline your child, I can't properly love your child and protect your
Exactly.
child. It goes to protection. Well, what
Hmm.
did y'all say? The first rule of protection is obedience. And
Can
if
you
you can't
say
and
that?
obey me, you know it's time for me to go.
Can you say that again for those of the stupid people up in the upper deck at the RCA Dome?
The first rule of protection is obedience.
Yes.
If I can't properly protect your child, how you think we're going to have a proper relationship? And I'm a firm believer. If a young dude does take a single mother, you take the mother, you take the kids, you treat them children like they're yours.
And
Well,
I treat
I know that's easier said than done, but that's how it should be. I know it's not how it's done now, but you know that's how it should be. That's why these single mothers are looking
Mhm.
crazy now because you know they don't want nobody to discipline their kids. And I'm like, okay. I'm at the point. Okay, you sit there by y'all claim to be independent. Y'all can sit there by yourself.
That poem you did was off the charts.
Oh, with the brick lady, yeah.
That poem you did is off the charts, and apparently she's been out of the house 2 more times. I could be wrong on the number, but apparently she's been out
Well,
of
I
the
heard
house.
she got her ass whooped by a couple older chicks.
Do we know that to be true or not? There's a question.
It probably is true because she running her mouth. She got a mouth on her. And I'm at the age now. I don't care how pretty you look. If you got a mouth on you, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Leave me alone. I don't need to hear about that mouth.
I am happy to say I am 51 years old, and I have an achievement very few men have. I kick cancer's ass.
Yes, sir.
I kicked cancer's ass and kicked everything else that went with it in the ass. So if you can't deal, excuse me. So if you can't deal with how I'm doing my life right now, then oh thee well.
Yeah, it's not my problem. I'm too old. I'm not gonna sit around and try to be you need to be the most perfect. Like, nah, them days are over.
Them
And
days,
by the way, I did that in my 20s. It got me nowhere.
it got me nowhere.
I've done that. I told y'all. I don't hide nothing. I was a beta male orbiter in my 20s. I can tell you that shit don't work.
It
Don't
really
do
does.
it.
It really doesn't. And you know, the day I finally realized that was the day I turned 30. The day I turned 30, I finally got some fucking sense knocked into my head.
Well, unfortunately for me, it took holding a baby girl.
Mm-hmm.
The chick I was orbiting and got pregnant with a baby girl, and once I held that child in my hands, it's like a switch went off. Like,
Yep.
okay, it's time to take inventory. What the fuck are you doing? Are you gonna bring this? Are you gonna bring this baby girl into this drama? And my answer was no.
Hell to the no.
I've seen what that looks like in my own family. That's my line that said I will not bring a child into some relationship drama. I just won't do it.
And it don't work. Now, I went through.
I don't care. Yeah, I haven't actually talked to this chick about 7 years, but I'll tell her if you ain't treating your baby dad right, I'm gonna call you out on that shit.
As well, you should.
Yeah, I don't have to like him, but that child needs to know who daddy is, and don't be talking about daddy ain't shit if you didn't do what you were supposed to do.
Exactly. Until I found Jody, the closest I was as a father was when I had Donna. And I've told Donna stories so many times.
Oh, and that's the other thing. to any of the young black brothers that might be watching,
Mhm.
heed this lesson. Keep your nosy ass family members on both sides out your business.
Of your business. Out of your business.
Notice and notice I didn't say just on the mother side. Notice I said on both sides.
Both sides. Both sides.
Keep your nosy ass aunties out of your business. Because I've seen what that looks like. I saw him ruin my cousin's marriage.
Mhm.
I'll never forget it.
Hell, it happened to me the first time I was married, 1995. It don't work.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I realized what kind of woman Chantel was, Christmas Eve 1998, I said, adios, motherfucker. Because she kept saying, she kept drilling into my head, I can do bad all by myself. She said that to me for 3 years. And finally, I got fed the fuck up. I needed a reboot.
I don't care. You're like, okay, bye.
I needed a reboot. The Lord gave me that chance.
Mm-hmm.
And like Frank Thomas against the Twins, I walked the fuck off. I walked off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, that reminds me of my senior prom date.
Mm-hmm.
I've told the story before.
Yeah.
About midway through the date, I started talking serious about. I was like, okay, we're gonna. Where is this going? And you know what she told me?
Oh dear.
She told me, oh, there are 3 or 4 other guys I'm gonna date before I start taking you serious.
Walk off.
I didn't necessarily walk off. I'll tell you what I did do. Oh, that wasn't even the insult to injury. Actually, the insult to injury is when we got back my mother rented a limo. We got back. This heifer had the nerve to get dressed in front of me.
What?
Covering herself up. And covering up all the good parts while she was doing it. So, you know what my revenge for that was?
What's that?
On the way back to the school, I went to sleep on her ass.
Good. I did a fuckos.
And once the date was over and they took her back to our house,
Mm-hmm.
She didn't hear from me for another 12 years.
Good.
I lost that number and never called her back.
As you should not have called her back.
In fact, my mama was mad because we didn't get all the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had the pictures sent to her house because I couldn't remember my grandma's address where I was staying at the time. I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm not, and I'm not talking to her. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I should have went to prom by myself. I probably had a better chance of getting laid. Oops, did I say that out loud?
Yeah, say it again. I don't think you said it loud enough.
Prom by myself with that limo, I probably had a better chance of getting laid.
Period.
But
as unfortunate as it is,
you watch some old high school movies.
Yeah.
And they act like it's hard as hell to get a girl to dance with you. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Because I went to my junior prom by myself. I didn't have any trouble getting a girl to dance with me whatsoever. In fact, I danced with like 4 or 5 girls each time.
When we had sock hops at my high school, I used my nerddom to my advantage. And I had no problem getting a dance. I was just being myself.
Yeah.
I was just being myself. And they came to me. But I also knew what they were up to. When you deal with members of the Quad B Brigade, that are like that run and don't stop running.
Yeah, Toya, it's her loss. I should have known something was going to go wrong because when I showed up to her house, Toya, there was nothing but her mother and her sisters. No man in sight.
Yeah, that's a sign of I got to get the hell away. What's up, Toya?
But yeah, that's my story. She told me mid date that she wanted to date 3 or 4 other dudes before she got to me. So
See you
after
later.
the date was over,
See you later, alligator.
she didn't hear from me for another 12 years. I saw her in the mall later.
Mhm.
That's the next time she saw me in the mall, like 12 years later.
And hopefully that's the last time she saw you.
And now, from what I heard, she got married and had a couple kids. Here's the funny part. I feel sorry for the dude that married her.
Yeah, you feel sorry for her like that.
You know, some people think, oh, you judge. No, I actually,
No.
I actually feel sorry for him. I'm just saying, I need to. I feel sorry for him. You know,
If the defense gets across the line of scrimmage, as Sean Miller did at the attack, there's not going to be a run.
That's what they.
game.
That's what people don't get. That's what people don't get. I stay true to what I love and what I believe in, and that took a couple of hard lessons. The biggest one came from
Here's another funny part. I turned down the chick to go with her to the prom, and that same chick ended up being a preacher's wife, and I'm still kicking myself for that one.
Ouch.
She ended up being a preacher's wife, and she just turned 40 and she's still hot. Got a couple kids. But you know, I leave that alone. I try to leave her alone. And I don't want to mess up her marriage or nothing like that. But yeah, I'm still kicking myself for that one. In fact, she was a preacher's daughter, so
yeah.
If I had tried to get with her, I probably would have ended up in the ministry or something.
But watch what happens when you try and go wide. You try and
John Madden. Good to hear his voice. May he rest in power.
1989 NFC Championship, Rams and 49ers. What I have on in the background. I have a lot of those.
Is Pat with him?
Yes, Candlestick Park. Toya, how you doing tonight? She was I was in BGS's stream earlier, and then I fell asleep. I did a few dishes. My legs got wobbly, and I got.
That was a good stream about how it's not just the black community; it's a societal problem.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great stream. I'm glad I couldn't. I'm sorry, I beg your pardon, that I couldn't catch the rest of it. But
you didn't miss much. A knucklehead got on the panel and wanted to ask BGS questions.
Oh God, I gotta drop an email to BGS. Let them know what I'm doing this weekend.
I call them BGS's wannabe sons because I tell them all the time. These argue with you because, quite frankly, they need to say you're wrong, daddy, to somebody.
Yeah.
So they can't go to their real daddy. So and BGS just got that dance. So they go to him and complain to him. You're wrong, daddy.
Oh, I had a person like that in my chat for almost a year. Pumping me up, telling me I'm doing a great job, and I'll call his ass out. His name is Rod West.
Oh wow!
I think you remember. Yeah, I think you remember him. One of the biggest bronzexuals on the goddamn planet.
Oh well.
And then you know what made you're gonna laugh at this. You know what made him pissed at me? Earlier in March, I called his ass out on his journalistic integrity. That's all I did. I kept asking the question, do you actually do your research before you present your argument? I think I still have that show. I'll have to send it to you. But Victor, you should remember.
Wait a minute, Brian, wait a minute now. Don't talk about McLick Andrews like that.
Fuck that bitch. To borrow from the late great George Carlin, may he rest in power. Fuck her an asshole with a big rubber dick. Then break it off and beat her with the rest of it, and she still won't get any goddamn sense. I just called him out of his journalistic integrity. Why? Because it was done to me in my early days in broadcasting. Telling me I need to shape the fuck up. And my old boss, John Kalidas, love that guy, was the man to do it. Why are you doing it this way when you aren't doing your research? That's the question John gave me. And since then, I've turned everything around. Toya, it is not, as far as I'm concerned, and I'm 28 years in the business, it is not obsolete. It is something I live on, for, and by, especially in the sports realm. Everybody has a podcast now. Everybody has a platform now, and they won't support the people that are actually doing this shit the right way. Can I get a witness?
No, they won't, because you definitely been to anything I've watched on ESPN the last. Well, hell, I ain't watched ESPN the last 7 years, so never mind.
So yeah, I called this punk ass out on his journalistic integrity. You know that some bitch flipped his lid, and he started doing streams about me, and I was set to respond, and Victor called me and said, "Don't let him drown." And the person who repeated that piece of advice, I'm married to her.
Oh, okay.
In a simple statement, she said, "You know what you're doing, and he doesn't. Walk away." So, like Frank Thomas, I walked like Scott Podsednik in the 2005 World Series Game 2. I walked the fuck off. Now there were so many.
Now I have a question. Was he black?
Yes.
Why is it only black people that want to argue with the experts? I'm just saying.
Because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. These people who have podcasts right now, and I'm not saying the professionals, because they put in the work, they put in the grind, and they know what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
But these Johnny-come-latelys can say some stupid shit, and all of a sudden they got, and yes, I'm going to jump on my soapbox here for a couple of moments, and they get 1,000 subscribers without blinking. Meanwhile, folks like me and AB and Charles Faulkner and BGS and others put in the work, put in the grind. Toya, you too. We all put in the work and nothing. And finally, one day, while I was sitting here in my office, I wasn't recording anything. I went the fuck off. I went the fuck off.
Yeah, speaking of which, I'm edging toward that 1,000. I think I'm at 834 now.
Let me see where I'm at. Because I have, you know me, I got 4,000 windows open on 2 monitors. And by the way, Roger Craig should be in the Hall of Fame, and that's that. 962 is where I am right now. So 38 from the magic 1,000. And though I'm monetized, I'm getting notices that my videos won't be monetized, because even though we credit who does our music, you know the rest.
Oh, wow.
You know the rest. So I'm like this.
So they're getting you on copyright, huh?
Yep. I don't have any strikes, thank God. The videos are still able to be seen, thank God. But you know something? I don't give a fuck anymore about my videos being unable to be monetized, because I'm not getting the viewership, at least for now, that I'd like to have. So I'm going to do this the old school way. I'm going to have my outside sponsors sponsor my programming. Fuck it. And while I'm driving home from taking Sonya to work, I'm going to formulate a plan. Because I am at the point where I am fucking tired. This is why this is just one of the reasons why I go so hard. Toya says, I salute you, Brian. I left journalism in 2009 because I couldn't take all the blogging and weak journalism. And it is weak. It's weaker than shit. It is weaker than shit, Toya. And you're absolutely right. If I could tell Toya, if I could tell you how many times I wanted to walk the fuck away, because blogging and podcasting first started to blossom, and then by 2010 it exploded. It fucking exploded. What I love is when Charles comes on and he gives me he gives me my flowers all the time, saying I'm the reason I got him in this. Well, Dr. Faulkner, you took it and ran with it. I am very proud of you.
Yes.
I am very proud of you. I was afraid to run with it, and I've been on YouTube on and off since 2010. I didn't know how to use the weapon until 2017 when I was living in LaPorte, Indiana. And if you have any clue about LaPorte, Indiana, I don't have to tell you the hell I went through there.
Yeah, I wish I had used the weapon a little bit earlier. I didn't really start till about 2019.
I'm not worried about I should have done this during this time, and I should have fuck that shit. Tomorrow's December 1st.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna blow the piss out of my website and let December 1st be the beginning. That's why I'm putting all the events for my Streamageddon into my calendar.
Are you using a CMS?
One more time.
Are you using a CMS?
No.
You know what I mean, don't you? Content management system?
I am not.
Okay.
I might need to, because I really want to get the word out. Really want to get the word out there. But
I would recommend WordPress.
Yeah, WordPress is the way to go for me. WordPress is the way to go. I was in print. The integrity all but dissipated in favor of blog posts and blurbs. And Toya, have you noticed since 2009 it has done nothing but get worse? It has done nothing but get fucking worse. You know, and a lot of people, well, you said all this before and you haven't done it. I went into this without a plan. My fault.
Yep.
Went in with an idea. I just didn't have a plan. I will have one when the clock strikes midnight. Oh, and I got notebooks in front of me, so I'm writing this shit down.
Yeah, that was probably my downfall with trying to do something with Microsoft.
Yeah, I truly did not have a plan. And I realize that now. So everything that happened in the past doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Toya says, yep, I'd argue it's why language has suffered. Boy, has it ever. And it's been you know what, Toya? Let's go back a little bit further, and I tie in AB to what you're talking about tonight. It has suffered since 2000.
Yeah, Toya.
It's suffered since 2000. Let's be real.
I'm not always the best speller, but that's what spell check is for. But I've seen chicks with master's degrees that can't spell for shit. You be looking at their posts and they'll be used instead of spelling out because, which is not that hard of a word, you'll see the stuff like cuz, and I'm like, okay, you have a master's degree. I expect a little bit more out of you.
AB, for a time, I lived with one.
Ooh.
And every time I wrote a post on my website and made sure all of the spelling was correct and the syntax was correct, I don't have to tell you the result from the person that I was living with.
Ooh. Cause I'll go look a word up in a minute. If I don't know a word, I'll go look it up and like make sure I spelled it right.
Listen, my wife called me a human thesaurus.
Well, the 49ers do a lot of that, and they rub off the umpire a lot, too. The official standing behind the defense.
These miscreants are out here putting extra letters in words. They are. I've seen it. I've seen people on Bleacher Report mess up words. And Bleacher Report is, quote unquote, supposed to be a reputable source. I don't trust them. I don't trust any of these sources anymore for the simplest of reasons. I got friends who are on the inside of the teams that I cover. End of story.
Yeah, what's going on with Michigan?
Who gives a fuck?
Okay, the university.
Who gives a fuck?
Okay.
Who gives a flying half of a quarter of a fuck? To answer your question even further,
What is that? What the fuck is that?
You fool! What in the all types of blue hell?
does that answer your question?
Okay. I ain't gonna lie, Ohio State disappointed me last week, but oh well.
Listen, I've already conceded that Michigan's going to be one of the Final Four teams.
Yeah.
Whoever they play, I hope they kick the ever-loving shit out of them. Because the Michigan Wolverines are a bunch of pussies, and they never show up when the time comes. Exhibit A last year versus TCU.
Mm.
The Fiesta Bowl in Phoenix. They had to work very hard to bring it to a 6-point game. They had time to get the winning touchdown, and they fumbled it away like the dumbasses they are. Period. So now King Harbaugh is going to be allowed to coach again after the 3-game suspension. I don't know if he'll coach the Big Ten championship, and they're playing Iowa, and I'm silently praying for a miracle. I'm praying for 2 miracles. I want Louisville to kick the piss out of Florida State, and I want Iowa to kick the shit out of Michigan. Victor, you've heard me say this before, and AB, you've been on the air with me also. I want anarchy, goddammit.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Because
I'm sorry, I'm interested to see because I just heard that they now have a Pop-Tart bowl.
for me, it's all about the Final Four and the national champ. I'm going to do as many of the New Year's Six bowls as I can, pending the time. It's going to be pending the time, because I know they're playing on New Year's Day, so I may do the first one. I may have to miss the Georgia game because I got to take my daughter to work. So a fellow that actually pays attention to his family. Oh, did I say that aloud?
Yep.
Exactamundo. Toya says,
wait, you had the soundbite. Excuse me. You had the soundbite.
Toya says nothing grinds my gears more than when I spot an error in a book. Like y'all went to print with that. Absolutely. You should see some of the Toya. You should see some of the errors they went to air with that I've had to see over the course of 28 years.
I've seen editing errors in newspapers growing up.
Yep.
In books, in on the internet when it comes to online articles and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, but then again, you got the British style of English and American style of English, so you might be a little picky about the spellings, but I'm like,
right,
whatever.
Yeah,
you can't fix stupid, and everybody's human.
Exactly. Everybody is human, but this is also the 21st century when you have a weapon like, I don't know, spell check at your disposal. And I am going to use WordPress.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use WordPress, and I'm going to get one website, hopefully snowmanmultimedia.com. I won't build a site for Arena Sportsnet, but I'll have a link on the main website where people can listen in.
Yeah.
Listen in and watch, because it takes so much.
You could probably make a section for that for whatever you're trying to do.
That's what I'm thinking, and that's how I'm going to. That's how I'm going to handle it, because it's going to be too much for me to make a separate website and try to get the word out about that. And all I can do is just simply house it in one website, send everybody there. I already have the logo for that.
Mm-hmm.
I already have the logo for Arena Sportsnet. So fuck it. Fuck all of it. I mean, I love having the identity of arenasportsnet.com, but now it's a part of Snowman Multimedia. Why put in the extra work when you know what brand goes where?
Mm-hmm.
So if people can't deal with the page, if people can't deal with a separate page and they want a separate website for what I'm about to put together, fuck them.
Just don't stretch yourself out too thin.
I'm not. That's why I'm housing everything under one brand.
Yeah.
Compartmentalize them.
Yep. I'm housing everything under one brand and making sure all of the areas that I'm going to use, and I have a notebook in front of me that I'm going to start writing into like crazy when I get back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And just go. I mean, hell, I already got 5 streams planned for this weekend. I call it Streamageddon. Here, let me put that.
But one of the reasons I suggest WordPress is you don't have to worry about HTML and all that, and trust and believe, setting that stuff up manually is a pain in the ass.
It is.
And take this from a programmer. If I set up a website from scratch, when I get my laptop back, either when I get a new laptop or get my old laptop back up running, trust and believe, I'm writing my own generator.
I need you to email me your address, because I knew there was something I needed to do. I haven't gotten to cleaning off my old laptop yet. I am
Yeah, you bored out.
I bored out?
For a moment, you bored out.
Can you all hear me now?
Yes.
We hear you now. Could you please repeat that last sentence?
Take me back. Where was I?
Because you asked for his email, and he said something about cleaning your laptop, your old laptop.
Yeah, I gotta clean my old laptop and send it to AB. It may only have 4 gig of RAM, but it's something I can get to you, and something you can use in the interim.
Mm-hmm.
The one that I have now is 6 gig, has 6 gig of RAM, but I'm fucking greedy. I want more. I want a great presentation every damn time out.
Yeah, you're probably have to get you're probably eventually gonna have to get something with 16 gigabytes of RAM if you're gonna when you truly upgrade.
That's what I'm looking to have before the Super Bowl.
Get something with at least 16 gigabytes of RAM, because these
Either
programs they ain't getting no. I can tell you just by looking at the specs, they ain't getting no smaller.
Nope.
I can tell you my next laptop's gonna be at least 16 gigabytes because I want to play with Unreal Engine 5.
The next laptop I get is going to have at least 16 gig. My home computer has 16. I got to erase some files that I am not using, and I'm going to do that tonight when I upload the last 2 shows for Snowman in the Morning Daily. Or I may bring back the Snowman in the Morning podcast, and I already have the intro to that, thanks to my beautiful wife for the words.
Mister, would you please wake up?
That's how we start every day, baby. Where is it? Here you go.
Yeah, but every now and then you gotta go Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah. Hey, AB, this one's for you.
Mister, will you please wake up?
Do it
She sounds
live.
really lovely.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
No, don't write it and we'll do it live. We'll do it live. Don't leave it up. Just
That
do
parody is so
it.
funny, dog. That parody is so funny. When the dudes,
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And I'm so happy I have Adobe Audition on both the laptop I'm using now and on my home computer. Some of the programs that I'm not using are going to go bye-bye tonight. I want to be sure I can use as much room as possible. I didn't realize this home computer I have now has 16 gig of RAM. I thought I only had 12. And then I started digging.
oh, okay. Look at the About computer. It should always show you how much RAM you're using.
How can I find out if I can add some RAM to it? Because I want to be.
Take it
I
to
want.
a computer shop. They'll tell you.
Is there?
I don't know if I ain't been to Best Buy in a while. If they still have the Geek Squad, take it to them. They'll tell you how much your motherboard can handle.
All right, I gotta. All right, okay, it's the motherboard. Okay. All right, I have a stupid question. What is the F2 function on my computer? Because one morning,
Depends on the software.
Say again.
It depends on your software.
Okay. I'll have to have my daughter.
Your software program the F2 key.
I'll have to have my daughter take a look at it because I want power, damn it. And if I can get it without bringing for another computer, then I'm good.
But yeah, if you're gonna do a lot of video stuff, you're gonna need more than 6 gigs. I can tell you that.
Say one more time.
If you're gonna be doing a lot of video and stuff, you're gonna need more than 6 gigs.
I know it because I got a lot of plans for December and beyond to do more video.
I would say 8 gigs, but that's pretty much obsolete now. Go to 16 gigs more.
If it's not at least 16, I'm not interested. And I know the laptop I have has 6 and it's serviceable for now and it's serviceable for audio. But I want to do some shit that Alabama's doing. I want to do some shit that Oklahoma State is doing.
Yeah, you got 16 gigabytes.
I know 16's the magic number. 16 is the magic number, and I know it. Yep, 16 is the magic. 16 and up is the target. It's the target. And I know that now.
I'd rather hear the lineup for the Toon Squad.
That I don't have. At least not
Well, I
yet.
can do that. Well, I can do it. I still remember it.
Oh, the Pacers been doing pretty good.
Yeah, they have. I had a chance to see them a few weeks ago against the Spurs, and they lit that joint up.
I'm not. No, here's an interesting question for you.
Talk to me.
Will the Golden State make the playoffs?
Yes.
Okay.
They finally got their shit together.
They're going to get their shit together and they're going to race to the playoffs. And I'm glad they are not playing in the Sippy Cup semifinals and finals. The in-season tournament is a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, they had a play-in tournament?
The in-season
shit.
Thank you, Sick. It's a bunch of bullshit. And they had
that's BGS, but yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. BGS said that. But you know what? Call me a conspiracy theorist, but I think they set that in-season tournament up for the Lakers to win it.
Unless the Knicks get it first.
Wait, are you saying that the NBA set it up to be bronzexuals? Really?
Fuck yes. I'm saying it out loud. They set it up for the bronzexuals to rule in December because they know they're going to get their ass kicked by Nikola Jokic or Stephen Curry in May. Fuck them.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Denver got that big boy in there, and they ain't got no answer.
Nikola Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
Nikola Jokic.
To be the champs, you must unseat the champs. Period. I'll say it again. To be the champs, you must unseat the champs. And they ain't got the balls to compete. I said it. I say it about every season champion. Vegas Golden Knights, Texas Rangers, Nuggets, and Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
To be the champs, you must unseat the champs. And if you don't get it done, take your ass home. Better luck next year. And plan and
do what you need to do in the off season.
And try again.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
Andre, I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out if I can replace the motherboard here and get 32 gig of RAM here on my.
Don't let George Clinton find out. You get rid of the motherboard.
Say again.
Don't let George Clinton find out. He might call the Funkadelic parliamentarians on you. Remove off this motherfucker. Turn off the motherboard. Turn off the motherboard. Turn off the motherboard.
That motherfucker better be ready. I will warn everyone right now that is against Snowman Multimedia. This doesn't include you guys or you guys in the chat. When you come after the Snowman, you better not miss.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first weapon I'm dishing out via my content is a clothesline from hell.
I didn't know you went to college at Adelaide Christian in Sweetwater, Texas. That's where Bradshaw went to college.
Yeah.
Adelaide Christian.
Yeah. Talk about JBL.
And if I may, AB, finish what I wanted to say. Of course, everybody knows the story of JBL. His final days of college football, he played with a broken leg.
Yes.
And one guy he matched up with was future NFL Hall of Famer, Minnesota defensive lineman John Randall.
Damn.
Ron Simmons. Ron Simmons would look at him like, oh shit, because they met actually.
Yeah.
Bradshaw and John Randall, they played against each other on the same line.
Nice.
Opposite ends of the same line.
So that's why they were that close as boys. Okay.
Who?
I don't have a college. I'm also going to add this. I don't have a college degree, but I got a dream. Damn it. I have 20. I'm working on my 28th year of experience in sports journalism. I've been a play-by-play announcer since 1995. And if you want the inspiration, it's this voice right here.
Scottie Pippen on the dribble outside 8 seconds. Jordan has it now. Michael on the lays it up block. Horace Grant with a follow. No. Rebound. Pippen's following the lane. Yes! The ball's in.
Jim Durham. I have the inspiration from him, my dad, my wife, and my family. If Jim Durham can do it, then motherfucker, so can I. All I got is I need some help from the fans and the folks in the chat. That's why I put my Cash App and my PayPal in the chat. I'm gonna put shaping up my Patreon. I'm gonna be up a while tonight, but I have to make sure that Jody is okay before I take off, because I know she came in about 8 o'clock tonight, and she usually gets off at 5. So she's putting in some extra hours before the Christmas holiday. So I'm like this. If Jody's all right, then I'm up working. If not, no one will hear from me until she's okay. Oh, did I say that? Oh, so I'm doing what a husband should do. Oh, did I say that aloud?
Yep.
Did I actually say that I love and care for my wife aloud? Oops.
Yep. Come on, Andre.
And there's a faulty stat saying that black men and white women have the highest divorce rate. I can tell you from looking that up, that's a bunch of bullshit.
It's actually black women and white men.
Yep.
Shout out to Joshua Jackson.
Yep. What's up, Dre?
Oh, can I die?
I'm not even going to try to sing that. Dre, how you doing, man?
With Dre.
Pretty good, man. I just went grocery shopping, just got home.
That's good.
That's good.
What are the supermarkets like where you're at, Andre?
I just bought groceries for like 2 weeks, and I spent like fucking almost $300.
Oh wow,
that sounds about right. Unfortunately,
yeah, it does. It does.
I used to grocery a lot of meat and shit, so I can meal prep.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Beginning in January, I'm changing my caffeine habits. I'm going to eliminate them because I'm checking out a product called Mud Water and see if that's legit. I'm not giving up my iced lemonade matcha tea. I'm not giving that up. But I'll drink more tea than coffee now. It's like I always say to close my show: dream big, do bigger. Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with dreaming, unless you're not putting in the work to make it happen.
Right.
That was my problem for the longest time. Let me be real. That was my problem for the longest time. Not anymore.
That is still a problem I deal with right now.
I get it.
Well, you know my issues, man. I got OCD and shit. That's just crippling. And I live in a shithole town, and I got to deal with biggest along the way. Because, like I told you, I don't leave the house without wearing a mask.
Yes.
And they keep hassling me with the COVID about, because there's no COVID and shit. I'm like, yeah, but I can't. You can't fix stupid. And that's not.
You really can't.
Sure can.
And the municipality I live in, about a quarter of everybody here does have it, and I don't want to risk having it. And everybody thinks it's cold. Like, I don't think you should stigmatize certain diseases like STDs, but don't make it norm. Don't try to normalize it. Like, hey, it is what it is. I'm like, no, it's not cool to have it. I got enough problems as it is.
Like, I wasn't really fucking with the mask, but it is what it is. But my whole thing is, even before COVID, like, I was already using like I didn't care. Well, I mean, I did have hand sanitizer and shit. Like, if we went in a store or whatever and I seen it, I'd use it. And I'd always I don't want people in my bubble because people are nasty generally.
Yeah, especially you got some people who purposely cough in your direction.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I have no choice. I have to fuck with the mask. I got I'm a dialysis patient.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a different.
Well, I've got an autoimmune disorder, so that's one of my reasons for not wearing it.
Different scenarios.
So I have to deal with the mask.
Yeah.
Hey, what kind of mask are you using? Is it surgical ones?
The normal white mask, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, there's a company whose masks I use here because they got a filter in it. And just recently, recently I did do the PSA test like I told you, prostate cancer and shit. And I came back negative. I'm clear for it. But they did check for me for certain allergies, and they found that I do have some kind of slight allergy to grass.
Yeah.
So I got more of a reason to wear a mask. But there's this company in the States that a cousin of mine told me about, and I've been rocking their masks since 2016. It's called RZ mask.
Mm-hmm.
They have like these replaceable filters underneath the shell, which is either made of neoprene or mesh, and you can wear that whenever. Worth looking into, AB.
Huh?
Well, I'm gonna have
I'll
to
put
go.
the website on the back chat.
I'm gonna have to go because I gotta take my daughter to work. But I put my PayPal in the chat. I want to throw my Cash App up there. If anybody can support heading into this weekend with the Streamageddon I got coming up, it would really, really be appreciated. And the main reason, haters gonna hate, and they keep asking. Look, I just kicked cancer in the ass. I ain't getting help from the state of Indiana. I just got back to work for the first time in 2 years, but we're trying to get out of here. We got a goal to reach. Simple as that. Simple as that. That's why I'm looking for the help. And I'm making sure I revive my GoFundMe as well. All that information will be up tomorrow when I start with Washington and Oregon in the Pac-10 championship. Fuck the Pac-12. It's the Pac-10 championship forever.
What, who? Washington who?
Washington and Oregon.
Okay, so it's going to be the Huskies against...
And the Oregon Ducks.
Ducks.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I'm about to shut down, y'all. I got some for tomorrow. But,
okay.
All y'all who came through, if you like the stream, hit the Cash App and support the show. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace.
Hold up, Dre. Hold up.